365 Sports.
All right, so last week I got this hat to represent the beautiful new City Edition uniforms, which are also throwback uniforms. So, but then, the only thing really different about this is it doesn't look like a tennis ball here. It actually looks like a for real basketball. But so the Pacers won their first game that they've had for a while, and 3 games now that they had, and then they proceeded to lose since then, which means that they are off to the worst start since they had a logo that looked like this. So I'm Kevin, doing this once again without Liam. He's in his finals week, so he's wrapping things up there at school. We're the Unstable Blues, happy to present 365 Indiana Sports as part of 365 Sports Network. Welcome back in. Pacers are officially off to their worst start in team history, but is it time to panic, throw in the towel, or is there still hope? Let's go all in to find out. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at 365 Indiana Sports. That's the digits 365. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. All right, so worst record overall of the Pacers was in 82-83. And that started at 3-15, and the worst start was in 84-85, and that also was 3-15. Guess what? The Pacers are. Yep, they're 3-15. So let's take a look at some of this stuff, though, because they've been making improvements. Benedict Mathurin had a double-double against, who was it? Let me look that up real quick. Let's see. Was it the Cavs? No, maybe it was. So they won against the Hornets, which is a pretty good, decent win. Let's see. Siakam with the 22. Benedict Mathurin, that's the game he had a double-double, 24-12. Nembhard had 16, and Shep had 15. Jay Huff with 20. So pretty good numbers in, once again, you got 3 over 20 and 6 total in double figures. That looks like it's going to be a win. Is that right? 5 in double figures. No, 6, because McConnell had 14 and 8 assists. So they're looking like the Pacers-ish from last season because they're distributing the ball. You got 3 over 20, 6 total in double figures. That's a recipe for success. That is good Pacer team basketball at its best, at its core. And then they went up against the Cavs in the group stage of the NBA Cup. And, I mean, they lost by 11, but they only lost by 11, if that makes sense, because it is the Cavs, best record in the East last season. Number 1 seed in the East. Pascal had 26 and 9 rebounds, so a rebound away from a double-double. Nembhard had 32 and 8 assists. Benedict Mathurin, 21 and 7 rebounds. But then only McConnell was the only other double-figure scorer. And so once again, you got this formula in play that when they hit it, last year during the playoffs, the formula was Tyrese Haliburton has to hit 20 and 10 at least, and they have to hit 120. That was the formula, right? So you're looking at this from a statistical standpoint. You're looking for formula. What is the formula for winning? 3 and 3 with at least 20 and 6 overall in double figures seems to be the way. And then you're going to have somebody who's going to step up. All that may be like a Benedict Mathurin with the double-double against the Hornets. Next up, they played the Pistons, and lost only by 5. What a valiant effort, I will say. Tracking with this one, went down by, I don't know, as many as 12 at one point, I think. What the as I'm looking at the quarter score, the second quarter was kind of the dip, 36-23 in the second quarter. Take a dip there, but then making progress, and won the third and the fourth quarter, but just not quite enough there at the end. They had a chance. Nembhard had a chance at the end to tie it on a 3 and missed it. But he had a good day overall. Well, he seemed like it did. He had 12 and 6 assists, big moment kind of things, but at the biggest moment couldn't break free. Once again, only 2 in 20 in the 20 category. Jarris Walker had one of his best days, 21 points. McConnell had a valiant 16, which put him as the top point guard scorer, as Nembhard had 12. Pascal with 24, of course. Mathurin only with 14, and Huff with 11. It was a big 11, but you're wanting more from Huff on a nightly basis. So that's kind of where the Pacers are in what we've seen thus far. So now the question, as you're about 20% through the season, and you have the second to worst record in the East, the question now is, what do you do moving forward? You still have Toppin that won't be back till February, and you're still undecided about Hallie. We don't know exactly where that's headed, and I want to know what you guys think. Comment what you think. If you think this is a done season, just throw in the towel and go for a top draft pick. Okay. Or if there is still a chance, because they've shown different signs of life along the way. They've had Mathurin step up to be what we think he could be from an individual standpoint. You've had Pascal step up and be his consistent self. You had Nembhard have splashes and flashes. You've had McConnell have splashes. You've seen Huff be everything that you think he can be in a game or two. You've had Walker, Isaiah Jackson do different things from night to night and maybe show that they're there, but never been able to consistently put the whole package together. Is there still hope, or are you done? And I would venture to say that there are a lot of Pacer fans out there that look at this and go, you know what? Hallie's done for the season, pretty much, unless there is a magic moment. And then Toppin isn't going to be back until February, so that's about half the season. Maybe we just call it, and maybe we use this to get a good draft pick to pair with everybody else that the Pacers will be probably bringing back. Because I haven't dug into this a ton, but I believe just about everyone is coming back. There's not anyone major that is looking for a contract or maybe splitting. And so, man, if you can bring back this core that you just ran to the finals with last year and come up with a top 5 draft pick that can make an immediate, or top 10 draft pick that can make an immediate impact, man, now you have something special, not only for this season, but moving forward into the near future. Especially you can retain Rick Carlisle and that system. And there just seems to be maybe a little bit more magic in, I don't want to call it tanking because that's a terrible word. And obviously the coaches and the players, they can't do that. You can't do that. But maybe there's a little bit more magic if we just kind of dial it back a little bit and say, you know what? We're going to put forth a good effort, but we're just going to make sure that we do what's best moving forward rather than focusing on the now. I don't know. Continue to develop players, continue to do things the right way, and let the chips fall where they may. They're already 3-15. They're already tied for the worst start in Pacers history. Might as well just kind of keep that thing rolling and see where it ends at the end. Well, they couldn't have a rebound season this season. Speaking of which, open goal rebounder and goal setup. Click the link in the description for more on that. It seems as though their season is over. Joi Baby Sleep Sacks can help you put your little one's day to bed. Click the link in the description for more on that. And you got to keep the training coming. Farmhounds Healthy Treats help you train your puppies like a country mountain dogs. Click the link in the description for more on that. And as always, we're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy Sports. If you think that, J Huff's going to have another day, one of the most reliable things that you can count on is Pascal hitting over 20. Maybe he throws in an extra rebound and he goes for a double-double. Whatever it is, take a look at this from Underdog Fantasy Sports and place some money down on some things you will think will be happening.
Football's back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code COLTS. To score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5, that's promo code COLTS. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks. Win money. Must be 18 and up, 19 and up in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 and up, and in Colorado for some games, 21 and up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and must be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369.
So there you go. That's the Pacers update. We got to keep the pace, but some of that might be just like throttle down a little bit. I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on it. Curious to see what you have to say. That's all the time that we have for today. We will be back tomorrow with our unstable pick six. Look at this week's NFL slate and our predictions. And then we'll finish off the week with a crimson, what are we calling it? Candy stripe clear out. We'll look at IU basketball. And we will finish off the week with our preview of the Colts hosting the team from Houston. So I'm Kevin, hopefully for the last time without Liam, reminding you to stay 365 Indiana Sports.
365 Sports.